starting there. The coal technique makes use of the full inverted megaphone stretch and the widest space between the teeth. Those are calls. And whatever you do, don't strain. It should actually feel easy. It's just a matter of feeling that focal pocket. And we're going to look at that in a minute. I'll have a look at it right now. You've got a changing focus pocket. Let's look at the number 4 or 5. And think of it as a 5. And look how, now I'll take the laser over here. Look how the shape and size of the lip position is exactly the shape up here. This is what we call the focus pocket. And this is all that you have to do to make a call. You have to fill up that focal pocket right up there on your hard palate. And you've already been doing it, you know, in different degrees, you know, as we've been working on this. But just taking it into a full call, it almost feels like the energy comes from someplace else. You know, like it gives you energy instead of taking it away. You know, like it's running itself. When that's the feeling you're looking to get. And if it doesn't come right away, a lot of people it doesn't. It takes a little, you know, getting into it. And then when you hit it, then it's easier and easier to find. Okay?
Okay.
Now look at the next one, the number 3, aw shape. Again, the shape of the lips and the size of the pocket. Now notice it's not as far back like it was over here. Now it's ending more forward. That's the focal pocket for the number 3 aw sound. So when I hit that number 3 aw call, that's the area. Oh, oh, that I'm feeling fill up there on the hard palate.
So, Gina, are you going up in your pitch or down?
The pitch is going to change, and we're going to play with that in the exercises, right? You can do all of these calls at all different levels of pitch. But usually there's one that you fall into right away that feels most comfortable for you, you know?
So what?
You might say it probably a mid-range. They could be high-pitched or they could be low-pitched. And normally 3 will be kind of midway. A larger one might be at a higher pitch because it's going over a bigger area, but you can control that. But generally, again, a 21 or a 1, because it's so far down now toward the gum ridge, it's just a low pitch. You can't really do like a 1 and a 21 except at a fairly low pitch. But you can do this to oh. See, I'm staying right in a 21, but I can still go up and down in pitch. All right. Here's like a number 3 shape, and that corresponds to the shape in the middle here, mid-range. There's a 5, there's a 6. That's the only thing you need to have in your head, that image. This picture that shows what he calls the nozzle, the vocal nozzle in the palm of your hand. That's just this area, right? Going from above here, above the bridge of the nose there, between the eyes, and all of this, the nose, and into the hard palate. This area he calls your vocal nozzle. So you're kind of using that nozzle with the call to shoot, not breath, obviously, but sound waves, just to focus sound waves out of that nozzle. Lighter in volume, but darker in color. Hello, hello, hello. These are just short calls. Hello, hello, hello. I see you at the end of the block. Hello, hello, hello. And when I see you a block away, it kind of automatically brings the sound a little more forward.
Hello, 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 hello.
That's sounding good. The tone should be coursing easily and comfortably through the bony nozzle into the forehead. I can feel vibration in my forehead as soon as I put my fingers up to it like that. I can feel it. Bony into the forehead, a singing and completely non-throaty sensation. You must avoid the slightest suggestion of force or feeling of breath. I'll say it again. You must avoid the slightest suggestion of force or feeling of breath. It's all done with sound waves. Let's try to sustain that a little bit now, that hello call. Hello! Start again on that number one call, but you've really got to go to a lower pitch to get it, right? You're coming in much too high with that, right? And we want to always be working toward getting in those lower pitches with everything, remember?
Ooh.
Try to, yeah, slide down to get there more, right. Good.
The call.
Hey, that's good. Did you feel that?
I did.
Yeah, that's a good focal pocket. You hit it there.
I didn't have to use much breath.
Yeah, exactly. That's part of the sensation that of the call. It's like a feeling like you're not even, it's effortless.
Hey.
People have asked me how I can do this kind of training and do all of the exercises myself all day. Don't I get tired? Of course not. I feel more energy at the end of the day than before, because this feeds energy into you. It feeds it into it. And that's why actors, learn this system. So they can go through a whole morning of rehearsals and then do a matinee performance and then go back into rehearsals and then come back and do an evening performance of like a 2-hour play over and over again on stage practically the whole time. At the end of that day, still feel like just as strong as they started or stronger.